Hey everybody, or should I say, hey everyone, because I'm not speaking to everybody, I'm speaking to everyone. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit more about narcissists, about us. Hopefully you're going to find this video useful, and I hope you're having a good day. Let's get right into it. So, they are catfishing you. And there are a couple of ways you can take this. You can take this literally, and you can take this metaphorically. In the literal sense of the word, they'll pretend to be someone that they're not, just to gather information, or to get close to you, or to get their needs met, whatever these needs might be at the moment. In the metaphorical sense of the word, they pretend to be something that they're not in the real world while still being in their body. Narcissists are catfishing you. They are actors. They are not authentic. And even if they give you a glimpse of the truth, it's gonna be clothed in other things, in other stories that might not even be their own, that might not even be true about their own existence. And when you fall in love with them, or when you develop a friendship with them, whatever your kind of a ship you're on with them, they earn your trust in a sneaky way, because they know that they can't really earn your trust the honest way. They can put the long necessary work for it. They cannot withstand storms with you. They know that they will abandon ship wherever a big wave comes, and they're not here to stay. They use your own vision against you. They use your own character against you. And the way they do it is, first of all, they might have been catfishing you before they even approached you for the first time. They might be studying you online before they even talk to you. And they'll lie. They'll tell you they never saw your profile. They'll pretend for this to be pure and innocent. And they'll say all the right things for you, just to make you feel like you're with a safe person, and they'll pretend to have the same virtues, the same values. They'll pretend to be interested in the same things sometimes, and the more evolved person you are, the more complex you are as a character, as a personality, the more work they're gonna put into this, and the more realistic they're gonna try to make their own character that is supposed to woo you. The mere fact is that they're just mirroring you. They're trying to reflect upon you what they think you want to hear, what they think you want to see, and they probe you. It's like an experiment for them. They probe certain things, sometimes safely from afar with a different character, either virtually or while really being in a relationship with you, and see how you react to certain things. And then the big guns come, and then they woo you with their beautiful words. These people are actors. They go into different characters. They're fascinated with scenes from movies, from books, from operas, from wherever they can get it, from everyday life. They live through you. They don't have their own connection with themselves. They don't have connection with their own emotions, and so the way they experience emotion is through you. Even when the emotion is negative, could be that you're really sad, you're really depressed. They feel this through you safely, because it's not inside of them. But I digress. These people use mirrors to get to you, to trust them, to get close to you, to get their needs met, to entrap you at some point in those mirrors. And there are only two possibilities to the scenario with a narcissist. It's either gonna work, and then you're gonna be in the narc romance, in the narc friendship, you're gonna be meeting their needs, you're gonna be the mirror, one of the mirrors on the wall. You're gonna be the one spoken to, just to reflect onto them who's the biggest of them all, who's the finest of them all, who's the most omnipotent, who's the prettiest of them all. Mirror, mirror on the wall, it's all you're gonna be for them, for this relationship to work. And whenever it doesn't work, well, then they're gonna entrap you inside the mirror. Then they're gonna try and crack the mirror. Then they're gonna try to seek, kill, and destroy everything good inside of you, every virtue that you have. And this is where I draw the analogy between the story of Narcs and Snow White, real life and children's stories, children's movies. You have Snow White, you have the new queen, the new mother, the new queen who has multiple mirrors on the wall, and the fact that she actually has to say mirror, mirror on the wall, and here we are in Mandela effect again, but this is how I know it. It's mirror, mirror on the wall. It's double, might be triple, might be a lot of mirrors on the wall. All of these mirrors are actually old supplies that learned the truth, that left, that came back, that were hoovered, whatever the story might be. And by the way, I really don't like the word supply. It lacks the empathy. It is very cold. It's very true. It's meant to shock you back into your senses, to understand what you are to them. But I digress again. You have the evil queen. When does she go into her mirror room? When she's weak. She needs substance all the time. In these mirrors, Snow White's father is trapped into one of them. All of these mirrors are people. These are souls. These are magic mirrors, right? There's no magic about it. It's just real people with real feelings and real needs that were met. But they are treated by the narcissist as mere objects, as mirrors, to reflect upon them that which they want to see and believe about themselves. So when this doesn't work, the mirror will be cracked, either by you or by them. Better be by you, because you better run. You better run, and you better keep yourself safe and sane. You better heal the wounds. You better face the truth. And that's one of the hardest things to do. Facing the truth of what you fell in love with, what you trusted in your friends that were narcissists. It wasn't there. It wasn't real. You fell in love with a phantom. You fell in love with a mask. You fell in love with virtues that they don't possess, with characteristics that they're not their own, with behaviors that weren't sustainable. Basically, you fell in love with the reflection that they knew you would like maybe a lot of this reflection, and you had a lot of common ground. Maybe you just fell in love with yourself, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's a good thing, actually. It means you are whole in terms of who you are happy with who you are. And if you're not happy, you work to fix it. But they make you fall in love with something that is not real, and there is no one on the other side. Guys, they're just shells. They're empty shells that need to be filled with your love. And here we are again, the duality, because the idea of love today is very, very distorted. It connects to need and it connects to fear. People are taught by movies. Children are taught by movies and animations and series and things that they watch, that needing someone or missing someone means they love them. This is not love. Love is something entirely different. And they need you. They don't love you. They need you. They're addicted to how you make them feel. They're addicted to you as a tool, as a drug. They're intoxicated by you when you are giving them everything they need. But there is no love there. That is why they need you. They need you to fill themselves with love, because they cannot generate it by themselves. They have no internal light that can be sustained by themselves. They don't know how to do that. Maybe they can learn. I think they can learn. I am trying to stick to my topic, which is they are catfishing you. And that is the most painful thing. You can come to realize that you fell for an idea. You didn't fall for a person. And you have to accept this for what it is. You have to, if you want to move forward. Just like in Snow White, she had to run. She had to run away, not because she's afraid. She had to run away to create her own life. And Snow White is a little bit, it's not really literal the way I see it. It can be metaphorical. She's the product of her father's love. She is everything that is pure. She has virtue. She is love. She has truth. And the enemy searches, finds, hoovers, and tries to destroy her. And this is another catfishing technique. Pretending to be something that you're not. They can either hoover you multiple times in the virtual world with different characters to see what's gonna work, and they try to attempt it with their real name and real character on you once they figure out what's gonna work. Or the mere fact that they're actually coming back to you with fake identity again, fake promises, apologies, fake understanding of how wrong they were, even though they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing at each and every moment. They are not lost. But they'll come back with a different character, with a different old lady with an apple that looks so good. It looks so tasty, so delicious. But you don't know what's on the other side of it. You don't know the intent behind this apple. If you take things at face value, you don't know why they are apologizing. You don't know how badly they're gonna treat you this time, because they don't forgive. They're here to seek and destroy. They're not here to love. They're not here to admit how bad they treated you. No, this is not serving their character. This is not serving their entity. This is a price they're actually paying for something bigger that is coming as a prize for them in the future, which is gonna be the discard, the emotional abandonment, the abuse that they planted to you, the revenge for leaving. It's all this is, the Hoover. And so you have Snow White poisoned by the Hoover, and she's frozen. Maybe she's not trapped in a mirror, because she obviously speaks the truth. She doesn't need to be able to speak. She needs to be frozen. But they can't kill you. I know that's their sole purpose here. Your soul murder. Your suffering. But they can't kill you. They can't break your heart. Your heart is alive and well with you. It's been alive and well with you your whole life. It might have pain inside of it, but it's not broken. You can still love. You can still sustain yourself emotionally and spiritually, and you are different. We are different. We're not the same species. Us and them. Not at the current time. Not while they're not experiencing any true, real, honest, genuine empathy. We're not the same species, guys. They can't kill you. They can't break your heart. Keep that in mind. Your heart is alive and well, and you are gonna love again. So, they use the catfishing technique to make you fall in love with them. To research you. You are a lesson and the gate to be breached for them. Not much less than that and not much more than that. They view you as just another gate. It's like we're at war. You're on the wrong side of things according to them. They need to breach your gates to be able to survive. Because without you, without any of you, without any of us, without any of our love, their shell remains empty and it begins to crumble. Because there is something inside of it. It's just not life-sustaining. It's destroying. And when you have only destruction and darkness inside of you, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Just like the ancient Greeks believed that there is harmony between the outside and the inside world. So, if you are beautiful on the inside, you are going to show that on the outside as well. If you are crippled on the inside, at some point, this is gonna come out. And yes, there is karma. I don't know if I subscribe to the general belief of what karma is, but once they are left alone and no one entertains them anymore, all the mirrors are broken in a way. Their bodies start to show what they are on the inside. They might get diabetes. They might start losing hair, teeth. Their skin color changes. Their eyes. Oh my goodness, their eyes. The truth is always in their eyes, but as they age and as time goes by, their eyes just become more and more evil. It becomes very easy to see what they are on the outside as well. This is why you have cerebral narcissists. Sometimes they'll try to switch between being a somatic and a cerebral. And there's only so much potential that they can have. Like, you can't really turn a somatic creature into a cerebral type of a creature with, there's only the amounted IQ that they're born with or developed in their stages of life. But they can surely go the other way as well. Just to catfish more people into believing that they're something they're not, something they can't be. And they know at all times what and who they are. If you are in doubt, always try to remember and compare the way they treat you outside, in front of other people, and the way they treat you when you're alone with them. There's a huge gap sometimes, and the more time you've spent with them in that relationship, the bigger the gap is gonna be. They're just empty shells, and they use mirroring techniques to make you fall in love with the character. Now, this is why two narcs together don't work. They hate each other, they fight each other, they can't. A relationship between two narcs is not going to go very long way. It's not going to go very far. You can't imagine having two mirrors in front of each other and nothing in between them. What is going to be reflected? There's no light. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's why they need you. And it's like having two narcs in front of each other. They're just gonna get stuck in an infinite loop and try to break with, abuse. Abuse is gonna break their infinite loop because it's all they know. It's all they know. Empty threats. Sometimes not really empty. You gotta accept the fact that what you fell in love with wasn't there. And that is your truth. And that is also the key to becoming free from them. Once you're able and ready to accept it, this is your way out. It's just like in this scene of Phantom of the Opera, where she removes his mask and sees that his face is different. It's not what she expected it to be, but he was using different words to woo her. He was using a song made by her and her true love, and he doesn't mind using other people's words, other people's characteristics. He doesn't mind telling the truth to other people, talking about her like a victim, talking about the trap that he's set. It's exactly what this is. It's a freaking trap. And we fell for it. It's okay. Have empathy for yourself. Have empathy for yourself. Be your own best friend. Don't forget yourself in the process. This is a mistake if you do, and learn from your mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. This is how we become who we are, and we are not rigid. This is the most beautiful fact about us. We are able to adapt. And no, it's not the survival of the fittest. It's not survival of the strongest, the most mean. It's survival of those who can adapt and change and evolve. And if you can't evolve your own character, then I don't know what your life is gonna be like. If you can't evolve your character, if you can't evolve who you are, if you can't grow as a person, then you're just stuck either inside a mirror or outside of it, speaking to it. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the most rigid of them all?